Twin sisters Allie and Consuela Jones back in Metro Jail tonight on new charges. The duo, known on social media as the Famous Twins, arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. It's your girl, Your Good Karma. Let's get it out the way. If it's your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey! And as you watch the video and you enjoy yourself, because I know you're going to enjoy it, make sure you share it with somebody so they can enjoy it too. Listen, first disclaimer, first and foremost, I know y'all see the title of this video. We're going to be talking about the Famous Twins. However, I am not a tea channel. I am not a drama channel, nothing like that. So if you came for tea and drama, this is not it. My channel reviews and gives facts, and we review all kind of stuff. I am just kind of starting back up, but you can check out my channel for reviews. And so I am going to do reviews on celebrities and all that other kind of stuff. My first kind of famous person review is going to be the Famous Twins. If you know, you know. I feel like it's so much that comes with them and nobody really tells their story. So I'm going to try to tell their story in a very tactful way that gets people to sort of kind of understand them, because baby, it's a lot that goes on with them. But again, we are not bashing them or anything like that. So if you want to hopefully understand them more, make sure you continue to. And we are talking about the Famous Twins. If you don't know who the Famous Twins, they are Allie Jones and Consuela Jones. Consuela goes by Sway, so that's how I'll be mentioning her in this video. These twins are from Mobile, Alabama, and they are Aquariuses. They rose to fame with their hit single called Hood Beat. The lyrics to that goes, "You is toilet tissue soft, I'm the hardest out the A." So if you remember that song, that is them. That song is a very popular song. That song is a very popular song. It has over 12 million views here on YouTube and is one of their most famous songs to date. They continuously put out music. Sometimes Allie will put out music by herself, but for the most part, her and Sway put out music together. While these twins are rappers, they are mostly known for the trouble that they get into, which is very unfortunate because they're really beautiful girls and they're actually talented, but they are just so troubled. So let's go through some of the things that Allie and Sway have been through. The most notorious event is when their father was shot and killed by Sway's boyfriend. Now, when this story happened, I think it's been over a year now, a lot of people accused them of sacrificing their father, which is very, very unfortunate and is completely untrue. But you know, the internet is full of misinformation and everything. And there's so many lies surrounding this event, but I hope to break it down with the facts from Allie and Sway's mouth. Most people think that that event that night was just over an argument and it just happened, and you know, Sway's boyfriend was gun happy and all this other kind of stuff, but it actually starts back way before that. Way before that, Sway was dating a guy named Henry, okay? Now, at the time, Henry, Sway, and Allie got along. There was no trouble, no drama, no anything. But then it turned out that allegedly Henry stole money from Allie from some unemployment she was supposed to get. The addresses were switched and the money was actually going to one of Henry's addresses. Now, that is alleged. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is what Allie says happened. So what ends up happening is Allie goes to confront Henry about this. When she goes to confront him, it's her and Sway there, and I think their father was there as well. There's an altercation that happens between Allie and Henry. He hit Allie in the face with a weapon, okay? He literally busts her nose wide open.
Just paid you, I back pay for all the times I fucking did my claim. They paying me all the time. Like, this shit just built up, basically. Or whatever like that. So he just kept playing stupid. So he was like, "Oh my mama, da 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 da." So I ain't gonna lie, I got mad and charged, like I charged them. You feel what I'm saying? So boom, while we fight, my cousin ended up getting in front of me and they was fighting. So he tried to hit her with the stick and ducked, and that bitch hit me. Or whatever like that. So that bitch hit me, I blacked out. I don't really know what happened after that. I just know I had a big ass gash.
Point, she no longer gets along with Henry, and I mean, who can blame her at that point? One, you allegedly stole money from me. If you didn't, just clear it up, no problem. But regardless, if I'm coming to talk to you about it, and I'm sure she was arguing with him, and it was heated, it was crazy, I'm sure it was very intense time. What will warrant you to hit that girl in the face with a weapon to where you bust her face open? That was not cool. So at that point, Allie is under the impression that Sway is on her side, right, against Henry. And Allie has made videos about this to where she's saying that, somebody's going to get Henry for busting her in her face. She is kind of threatening him and continuously going on and on and on about this guy hitting her in the face. Listen, let's be honest. If somebody was to do that to us, more than likely, we would probably call the police and everything and press charges for assault. However, these girls are from a different area. Like they said, they're hood bees. And you know how it goes in the hood. They don't really call the police and stuff like that. They try to get street justice. And I think that's the route that Allie probably tried. From there, it's definitely beef. And the whole time, Allie is feeling like Sway is no longer messing with Henry. But she was being deceived by Sway. Sway was still in love with Henry, and she was still messing around with him. So on the night that their father was taken from this world, Sway snuck Henry in the house that Allie and her were living at, right? Allie ends up finding out that Sway snuck the guy in. She sees him there. Now, get in Allie's shoes for a moment. The guy that hit me in the face with the weapon, right, is sneaking into the house where I'm at. You wouldn't feel safe at that point either, right? You would not feel safe. You would feel like, oh my gosh, somebody needs to get him out of here. He is not supposed to be around me at all. Anybody would feel like that because one, I think you stole my money. That's a crime. Two, you've hit me in the face with a weapon. That's another crime. Then I have a scar on my nose and everything. Like you've altered my life in a way. You've traumatized me. You shouldn't want to be around me. And Sway was definitely out of line for sneaking Henry in the house with Allie. If you wanted to be around him, y'all should have met somewhere else and not be around her knowing how she felt. Allie calls their father over there saying like, hey, this guy is over here. You need to come get him. And I think that because he was unable to protect her from getting hit in the face with a gun, that he rushed to her aid to try to protect her from the guy that assaulted her the last time, which any father would do. The details leading up to when the father got killed are a little hairy because Sway and Allie both recount them differently, right? From Sway's perspective, yes, she said Henry was in there. She says her and Henry were leaving, but then some of her family members started jumping on her and beating her up, and Henry tried to protect her. That's Sway's version. Sway's version is also that they jumped her and that Allie gave her dad the gun. And when that happened, Henry started shooting him. And that's how the dad got shot.
On some scary shit. My room fast as fuck. He thought that my daddy was finna approach him. And he shot on some scary shit. So come on, really rat that shit. Really rat that shit. Stop fucking lying. That man shot on some scary shit. It wasn't no self-defense. It wasn't none of that. He thought that man was finna get him for what he said. And he shot on some scary shit. That's how that shit hit the fucking best friend. That ain't no self-defense. That's not no self-defense when somebody just walking up to you. That ain't self-defense. Somebody walking past you, you right there with the door. That's not no self-defense. When you literally sneaking in somebody's house, that ain't no self-defense. That ain't no self-defense when my daddy told him, don't come to my house no more. That ain't no self-defense. That's not no self-defense when you don't supposed to be in somebody's house. Come on, man. Make that shit make sense.
Not only did Henry shoot their dad, he also shot Sway's best friend. He ended up killing 2 people that night. And I think that event changed these girls' relationship forever. I think before this that they were twins and they were close and they loved each other. However, this is an event that traumatized. forever because it was so much betrayal that happened between them that night. So listen, from that night where Sway's best friend gets killed and their father gets killed, she ends up going back to Henry again. Sway catches a lot of flack for that online, right? People cannot understand why Sway continuously goes with this guy that caused such damage to her family, right? And to her, right? He killed your best friend. But in Sway's thinking, remember, everybody does not think the same. It doesn't, just because Sway didn't do what me and you would do, it doesn't make her wrong, right? Her brain, in her mind, she feels like Allie does too much. Sway feels like Allie was wrong in this situation for calling her father over there and blowing the situation up. Sway feels like there should never been a gun that came out when it came to Henry, and that's why all that stuff happened. Sway feels like Allie did wrong in the situation and Henry did wrong in the situation, so she will not choose between them. She's like caught in a rock and a hard place because the man she loved did something wrong and her sister she loved does something wrong. So how does she choose between them? One wrong for her doesn't outweigh another wrong for her. And so she's kind of caught in the middle. While some of us will be like, that's my sister no matter what. Some people are not like that. Some people feel like, hey, you know, they both are wrong and I'm not going to choose one or the other. And it's okay to be like that sometimes. So a lot of people give Sway a lot of flack for that. I know what I would do in this situation. What would you do in this situation? If you had a situation where your man and your sister could not get along and they both were doing stuff wrong to one another, whose side would you choose? If your man hit your sister in the face with a weapon, even if she ran up on him first, what would you do in that situation? Would you automatically leave your man? Like, I want y'all to really think about it and not jump to conclusions like, what would you do? Is it always family over everything? So once that situation happened, it appeared that the twins kind of broke up, right? The famous twins, Sway and Allie, they broke up and they went their separate ways. But think about it. They are twins, been together since the womb. Of course, they were going to come back together. Now, they did end up coming back together. But since then, it's like these girls cannot kind of stay out of trouble. Since then, they have repeatedly gone to jail over and over again. They have repeatedly fallen out with one another. They have attacked each other online. They have did all kind of stuff. So let's go through some of the events that happened to the famous twins since their father and Sway's best friend passed away. So one of the things that the twins did that happened on a live is they got into it with some girls for whatever reason, and they all met up at a park to fight. When they met up at this park to fight, the famous twins, who are very known for going live, they are always going live, especially when they have drama going on. They went live in this park, right? They go live in this park. They're getting ready to fight the girls, but it's a lot of girls against them. So being that it's a lot of girls against them, what they end up doing is shooting at the girls, and they end up assaulting one of the girls, and it's all caught on live, uploaded, and then they even showed themselves driving away, right, and shooting out the window at these girls and essentially running away as the police or driving away as the police are coming. Now, a lot of people in that situation would say, hey, it's self-defense. If some girls are coming to jump me and I'm outnumbered, of course, I would shoot them as well. But Sway and Allie definitely went to jail for that, and they are currently fighting that charge. So after this situation, they continue to get in drama with some other people, but then Sway ends up going to jail on behalf of her boyfriend. Yes, the same boyfriend that did all those things to her family members and her best friend. She ends up getting back with him, but I want to explain to you what Sway explained in one of her videos. She ended up getting put out by her mother, right? And she explains that she didn't really have anywhere to go. Being that she didn't have anywhere to go, the only person that she could go with was her boyfriend, or he was her ex at the time, but they ended up getting back together.
Just when I got out of jail, you feel me, this last time, and I was in jail for a whole month, I went back to my mama house. I left his shit and went back to my mama house. Yeah, I did. The fuck, now after the little tattoo situation, you feel me? She wanted me to go, might well say. She wanted me to go, and you feel me? I came back. That what made me go back to him. So y'all keep saying why I keep going back to Henry. You feel what I'm saying? What else I supposed to do? This is all I know. You feel what I'm saying? All I know is Henry. Like, that's not my fault. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't call on nobody else. We don't have no family. How everybody else got family. You don't see me just posting my family. It just be me, Zakora, Allie, Jalen. You feel me? It's just us. You feel me? I can't call nobody. Oh, can I come over there, house, grandma? Can I come over there, uncle? Like, I can't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Where else I was supposed to go? I went and put him to sleep in my car, and I know I got an ex who I can stay with. The fuck? Like, at the end of the day, when I ain't got nowhere to go, shit, I know I can always come here. You feel me? Like.
So here's the question that I have for you. If you had nowhere to go and the only person to take you in was an ex that hit your sister in the face with a weapon, killed your father, killed your best friend, y'all don't have the best relationship, but is you either be on the street or you go back to him, I want to honestly ask, what would you do? Again, I think that her circumstance at the time was just so bad. She had nowhere to go. What was the girl supposed to do? Was she supposed to go to a shelter? What would you have done in that situation? But she explains why she goes back to him, because when she gets put out, she has nowhere to go. He always has a place for her to go. And so, I mean, can you sympathize with that? Or is she still wrong? And so she recently went to jail for actually stabbing him. He put her in jail for assaulting him, and then she ends up getting out of jail. She was out of jail for a little while, and now the famous twins are back in jail once again.
Twin sisters Allie and Consuela Jones back in Metro Jail tonight on new charges. The duo, known on social media as the Famous Twins, arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Fox 10's Lee Pack is on this story for us tonight. Lee, their latest arrest happened last night following a confrontation with a Mobile police officer.
Well, that's right, Shelby and Lenise. Depending on who you ask, they may be social media famous, but locally authorities are very familiar with the Jones sisters, and an off-duty officer actually recognized one of them who was wanted on outstanding felony warrants. It was here last night at the neighborhood Walmart on Government Street that an officer working security recognized Consuela Jones, wanted for outstanding felony warrants. According to Mobile police, as the officer was trying to detain Consuela, her twin sister Allie struck the officer, then fled the scene. Consuela was taken to Metro, where Allie showed up about an hour later to turn herself in.
Once again, these famous twins are in jail. Here's another thing about the famous twins. It appears, and a lot of people say this about them online, and you can see it sometimes, that they have no friends and they can't keep up relationships. For instance, Sway had a friend named Kylie Madison. Kylie is a college girl, a real cool chick. Her and Sway were hanging out. It was no problem, but their relationship ended up falling out. We really don't even know why, but it just fell out really, really bad. Sway and Allie also have a relationship with other twins called It's Twins. I really don't know about them, but I know that sometimes they're friends and sometimes they're not, and they always fall out. I don't know if that's internet stuff, or I don't know if that's real friendship. Or when Sway and Allie linked with Lil Raed and Corey Boy. I think a lot of people and a lot of their fans thought that that was going to be a good look for them, and that, you know, those four would do great things and make a lot of money together. Even if it was just for clout and like the whole internet hookup thing, I think people thought that they could really come together and be like a great, you know, like foursome, like great content creators all together. Here's why, if you pay attention to the famous twins, you know it was never going to work. The reason being, these girls have a lot of trauma and healing to go through within themselves before they can nurture and have healthy relationships with one another. Listen, whatever happened the night with their father has broken those girls down. They are very hurt and just really devastated about that night. They haven't really forgiven each other about that night. They haven't really, I don't even think, talked to each other about it. I mean, those girls weren't even allowed to go to their own father's funeral. You know how hurting and damaging that has to be? Allie has showed it outwardly online to where she cries about it a lot, just saying her dad was the only person there for her. When she needed advice, she would go to him and she just doesn't know what to do. But until those two girls actually get healing between themselves, right? Because when you look online, they fight each other tooth and nail online. I mean, they go at it with each other really badly. It seems sometimes like they're not even sisters, right? It's like they go at each other so bad. So until they actually, I think, sit down and really talk and hear one another and forgive one another for what they both had done, they cannot continue to blame each other, because every time they get into it with each other, they always go back to that night. It doesn't matter. So say the famous twins get out of jail tomorrow, right? And they get back together. If they do fall out again, slowly but surely, the fallout's going to go back, and it's all going to go back to that night. So until those two girls sit down, love on one another, hug one another, talk it out with one another so their relationship goes well, they're never going to be able to have relationships with other people. Because what ends up happening is they meet people together, right? Like when they were hanging out with Kylie together. When Allie got mad at Sway, then Kylie kind of got thrown into their drama, right? Which made no sense. It had nothing to do with Kylie. She should have never been in it. Or just like with Corey and Lil Raid. Like when they got up together, Allie and Sway were cool. But when Allie and Sway fell out, that's when the drama with Raid and Corey Boy, it just all fell out. Because until those girls can come together and heal, they can't form relationships with other people. Because if you try to be friends with both of them and then they end up splitting apart, you're drugged in the middle of it, right? And then they do all this crazy stuff with each other, and then say you chose a side, and then they come back together, you on the outside looking crazy. Now, so until the famous twins can actually come together and heal from that night and get an understanding for one another, one, I think that they would probably be able to stay out of trouble. And two, they can start forming relationships to where they can take their YouTubes and stuff higher and higher. Also, the dynamic between Allie and Sway is just really weird. I feel like sometimes Allie continuously makes Sway pay for, you know, the things that Sway has done in the past. I don't think Allie kind of ever has forgiven Sway. And Sway tries to be more of the forgiving one and say, let's just move on. You know, we don't have time for that. But Allie is kind of like a grudge holder. And she continuously brings up the past. And they kind of both do it to each other. But anyway, until they actually heal that relationship, these girls are going to continue to do what you have always seen. Now, for the famous twins, can they come back? Can they be these big rappers that they want to be? Can they stay out of drama? Can they do that? They definitely can, but they have to choose to do that, right? When they're in these situations where, you know, girls are meeting up with them to fight at the park, they have to remember that they are rappers, that they have things to lose, right? That they're trying to be content creators, that they're trying to go to the next level in life. They have to really ignore that. Like, if you want to be these celebrities and these people and you want to elevate in life, when people try to fight with you, Allie and Sway, when they try to get on your nerves, when they try to talk about you online and all that other kind of stuff, you have to literally ignore it and just make a business move. That's what you do. You have to ignore it and just stay positive. You cannot always address everybody that's talking to you, or talking about you, especially if you want to be a famous person, right? If you want to be a famous person, you want to be in the limelight, people are always going to have something to say about you because you put your life online, because you are famous, because you do have all of these followers. You want to be these content creators and all that. That's what content creators go through. They get negative comments. You have to learn how to get the negative comments and just roll on with it. If you want to be these rap superstars or whatever, if you want to blow up, whatever it is you want to do, Allie and Sway, y'all have to ignore the drama and focus on the goal. Focus on what it is that you want out of life, and you can get there but a lot of the stuff you have to ignore. Like, y'all can't continue to afford to go to jail and do all that kind of stuff. You all have fans and people that like to watch y'all. So you have to, you just have to elevate your mind. You all have to, one, heal, first of all, because you all are not healed. You all continuously just continue to go through things and that continuously hurt you guys and hurt you guys and hurt you guys. And you can't be strong all the time, okay? Sometimes you get broke down. And I think both of you have gotten broken down. So and you have short fuses because of everything that you went through. So when somebody try y'all just ready to go off and blow up because you have had so many things go on with you. So I think that Allie and Sway, one, I wish that y'all heal. Two, that y'all have to ignore the drama and you have to elevate in life if that's what you want to do. And both of y'all can make it. So this has been my kind of overall review of the Famous Twins and kind of why they are the way they are and the things that they have gone through, some of the big events they've gone through. They've gone through more than that. But all you have to do is type in Famous Twins here on YouTube and you will see the whole thing about Allie and Sway. But I think that they can get better. I think that if they, and here's another thing that contributes to it, they're very young. Baby, you know how the young generation is these days and how it go. But these girls want to be a certain, they've talked about their dreams and their goals and things that they want to have. And I think they can have it, but they just have to really, really, really buckle down and ignore the BS and do what they got to do. So here's my questions for you. One, did you know who Allie and Sway were? Did you know about the night and everything that has happened between them? And do y'all think that Allie and Sway can actually stay out of trouble and ignore the drama? And if you are a fan of Allie and Sway, does them getting in the drama make you not want to be a fan anymore? Does it make you look at them different? Like, oh, I don't like them because they're always into this drama. Like, what does what they do online do for you when it comes to being a fan of theirs? Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it informative. I hope that it made you know the Famous Twins a little bit better. And that is, again, the goal. This was not a bashing video or anything like that. Just a review of them and who they are and kind of what they do and what they're known for. But I'm going to do another celebrity soon. Again, this is not a tea channel, nothing like that. We just review all kind of stuff from movies, TVs, products, celebrities, everything. We're going to be reviewing it all. We are starting up, but we are getting greater. We are on the road to 2K subs. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here watching me, and I really, really appreciate it. And I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.